All my life I've wanted to be an actress. And thanks to World Monologue Games, I finally got my chance. Mum always wanted to be an actress too. Of course, back then, actress was a polite way of saying hooker. When she told her mother she wanted to be an actress, my grandmother just laughed at her. My grandmother said, "She's not pretty enough to be an actress." Imagine that, not pretty enough, your own mother. So she had to be a typist instead. She worked at the accounts departments at DJ's. But on every Saturday morning, she'd bring me here for children's acting classes. Did you know that this theatre used to be an acting school? Yes, it did. Every Saturday we'd come with all the other mums and their daughters, and occasionally a boy or two as well. And all the mums would sit where you're sitting. And Mr. Prendergast would teach us how to walk and speak the Queen's English. We would read Shakespeare and poetry, and once a year would do a play. A play! The play was always a big deal, and everyone wanted the lead roles, and there were always more girls than boys. So the tall girls got to play kings and dukes and knights and what have you. You didn't want to be tall. Well, you wanted to be tall, but not too tall. One year we did Macbeth, and I'd had this massive growth spurt, and Mr. Prendergast cast me as a tree. A tree! I had this terrible green costume with this fake bark and these stupid little leaves. But Mum, she was really nice about it, actually. After she finished sewing my costume, she told me that I wasn't just any old tree. I was a willow, and I really had to explore the nuances of my character's development, because in Act 2, I became a fir. And for the finale, the mighty cactus! Take that, Mr. Prendergast, and that, and that, and that. I never did get to play Lady Macbeth or any of the other leads, not for years and years and years. Even though my mum brought me here every Saturday, even though she paid the tuition fees in advance every term, and that's a lot on a typist's wage, you know. Well, I know, because she told me so every Saturday. I'm a wee pit pony, I am, nothing to do but work and bump my head on the bloody ceiling. Then one day I did get a lead. Yes, it was a great moment. We'd done the auditions for A Midsummer Night's Dream the week before. I think it was Wednesday night. And on the Saturday, we all trooped in and took our seats in the front of the theatre, and all the mums sat down the back, wearing their best dresses and sizing each other up like they always do. And Mr. Prendergast walks in with the most gigantic stick in the world up his arse. "Girls," he said in the most pompous voice, "girls, after careful deliberation, I have chosen the cast for A Midsummer Night's Dream." And I'm sitting there with that expression on your face. You know, the one where you make your face sort of flat and neutral because you know someone's about to land a plane on it. I've never had a lead, so I reckon the best I can hope for is a fairy. And then he says it, those magic words, "Tabitha will play Titania, Queen of the Fairies." Me! Titania, Queen of the fucking Fairies! Titania, the role that every Susie, Caroline and Samantha wanted to play. And he gave it to me. the typist's daughter, the only kid in the class without a father at home, who'd been coming for years and years and years. And the only thing he ever said when I asked him once, when I never got a shot at the lead, was, "You lack breeding." And now I was Didi fucking Anna Titania. And Mum sewed me the most amazing costume. It was emerald green chiffon and it floated as if it were made of smoke. Mum stayed up late every night sewing on sequins at the kitchen table, and I kept her company learning my lines. And there were a lot of lines. These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But by thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. And she made me a silver tinfoil wand and wings and a golden crown. Mum came to every rehearsal and sat down the front, looking ever so young and pretty. And then I found out why I got the role. Susie told me. It was opening night, and we're standing backstage waiting to go on. And I'm in my emerald green chiffon, proud as punch, and Susie's standing behind me in her purple velvet and real silver bouquet. She still got a good role, Susie did, but she wanted to play Titania. Everybody did. And I'm just about to go on, and I've calmed my breathing like Mr. Prendergast has taught us, and I pinned my wings against my spine, chin up, eyes wide open, and then I feel Susie's hot breath on the back of my neck. And it smells a little of aniseed. I've never liked aniseed, still can't stand the smell of it. There's something about it that reminds me of fresh cat shit on blue snowflakes. There's a little cold voice on the back of my neck. Everyone knows you only got the role because your mother's fucking Mr. Prendergast. I still went on and played Titania like I was the only actress who'd ever done her right. Even Susie's mum got up and clapped in the end. That was the last time I ever did any acting. But I still come here every Saturday, though.